Beach Joe, and I am back at it, back at it, back at it again. I'm back at it again. Listen, we got a lot to discuss. As we know, Jets beat the Patriots recently, but we're going to be talking about the Jets' upcoming game against the Broncos, man. A lot of positivity going around. Of course, we got injuries to discuss as well. Morgan Moses, C.J. Mosley, we're going to be talking about that. Call in 515-602-9639. Again, 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. Give me 1 second, folks, or connect the audio. Hold on.
Blog Talk Radio.
What's going on, folks? It's your boy Long Beach Joe, and I am back at it, back at it, back at it again. I'm back at it again, man. Listen, we got a lot to discuss, okay? It's been a little bit of a minute. We're going to get to the lines. 973, I see you, will be coming to you. Listen, Jets smashed the Patriots on Thursday Night Football in front of the entire country, okay? I was excited to see it. I don't know about y'all, man. Yeah. We floored the Patriots, floored them. 24-3 was a dominating performance from the Jets from beginning to end. We're also going to be talking about some injuries that we sustained as well. C.J. Mosley, Morgan Moses. We're also going to be talking about the Jets Broncos, man. We're going to be talking about that quite a bit. We got that game coming up. And, there's some Jets fans that are taking the Broncos lightly. I am not. All right, we're going to be talking about that. Bo Nix, he's a mover. Okay, you got to watch it. And that Broncos defense is solid. So we're going to be talking about that as well. Aaron Rodgers, looking good, man. So much to discuss, and I've got to get into it. But let me go ahead and get into the show. Listen, I am the man of the people. I'm here for the people. Let me shamelessly promote my Facebook page. Everyone go on Facebook, search The Long Beach Joe Show. Like that page. My content's up there. Go ahead and give it a listen. Message me. I'll message you right back. I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. Also, leave me some feedback. I love hearing about what you folks think I do here on The Long Beach Joe Show. Okay? And again, I want to thank everybody that does that. Okay? I love the feedback. Love going back and forth with people. I'm also on Twitter as well. Listen, I'm going to keep saying Twitter. I'm not going to say X. I'm never going to remember that, so just let it go for those of y'all that continue to badger me, okay? Just let it go, all right? Going over to Twitter, type in at The Long Beach Joe, at The Long Beach Joe on Twitter. Follow your boy. I'll follow you right back. And as always, I'm always open for spirited discussions, okay? A lot of y'all like to yell and scream, and there's a lot of exclamation points, a lot of all caps, okay? All caps, okay? Utilized when people are talking to your boy Joe. And, hey, I guess it is what it is, all right? I welcome that. I welcome those arguments. Let's go back and forth. Again, at The Long Beach Joe on Twitter. You can also catch my show on iTunes as well, for those of y'all that don't know. All right, I'm on iTunes, The Long Beach Joe Show, The Long Beach Joe Show on iTunes. Subscribe to the podcast. Leave me a 5-star rating. Give me some feedback and let me know what you folks think about what I'm doing here. I want to thank everybody that does that. Listen, I got a lot of overseas listeners. First off, I want to thank everybody, no matter where you're from, no matter what you do, whatever walk of life you're coming from. I want to thank you for listening to me, however you do, okay? I want to thank all of my iTunes listeners, my podcast listeners as well. I want to thank y'all for checking out the audio of the show. I really, really appreciate that. But I'm always, again, stunned that people from overseas listen to me. People from Ireland, Berlin, Russia, all over the place, okay, that are listening to your boy, the UK. They're listening to me, and they let it be known that they're listening to me, okay? So I want to thank y'all for that. Please continue to listen wherever you're at. Canada, Alaska, like I said, all my folks from overseas that are listening to me across the pond. I want to thank y'all, From the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate it. And I'm always stunned that people so far away from me are listening to me. Not only do you listen to me, but you let it be known that you listen to me too. And I've had some discussions with y'all as well. So I want to thank y'all. You know, all my folks in Germany and stuff like that. Salutes and respect to every last one of my listeners. I appreciate you. Okay. And as always, we're also on YouTube as well for those of you that do not know. Okay. We're on YouTube. All right. A lot of people catch the show and they're like, whoa, Joe, we didn't know you're on YouTube. You know, we like your takes. We like the show, but we didn't know you were so handsome. And I always say, you know, thanks. You know, I appreciate the ladies showing me some love. Okay. I'm all about it. All right. I'm not an arrogant person. I just work with what I got. And I want to thank y'all. You know, I want to thank y'all for that. And guess what? If you want to check out the show, come on over to YouTube, type in Long Beach Joe Jets on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, click all. So when I post content, you folks will be in the know. But just know when you come over here and you check out the show live, you're going to have to deal with some people. All right. You're going to have to deal with my chat, man. And I'll call my chat the Savages. You want to know why? Because they're savage. Savage. Listen, man, they get after it, man. If they don't like what you bring into the table, they are going to let you know. Okay, trust me. And they are not shy about letting it be known how they feel about anyone's takes. And they are always, you know, quick to let it be known how they feel. Salutes to Michael Piper in the chat. Savage. JJ, Savage. Outlaw, I see you in the building. Savage. All right. JD, Dano, JJ. Salutes to all of you. Okay. Continue to put your thoughts, all the Savages in the chat, continue to put your thoughts and your opinions in the chat. I will come to you throughout the show and I will read your thoughts and your opinions and what you put in there. Okay. So, you know, beware. All right. Beware. The Savages are there. Okay. So, yeah, please come over again to YouTube, Long Beach Joe Jets, and check out everything I got going on. All right. Now, we're going to get to it. Okay. Quickly. All right. We're going to get to the lines. 973. I'll be coming to you. 917. I see you. All right. Other callers as well. New callers. I see you in the building. 111. I see you too. Okay. Val, I see you in the building. We're getting to the lines quickly tonight. All right. But first off, I want to start really quickly. The Jets stomped the Patriots on Thursday Night Football live in front of everybody. Whoa. You know, I was live with the Savages. We watched the game together. Okay, your boy Joe sat down and did a live game reaction with everybody, and we had a lot of fun. All right, 24-3, Jets handled business. The Jets offense moving and grooving. Aaron Rodgers looked unbelievable. A lot of methodical drives. He came down. He just made plays. He got out the pocket and also made plays as well on the move. He was 27 of 35 on the night, 281. He also threw 2 TDs. He spread the ball around quite a bit as well. Found 8 different targets. Alan Lazard also made plays. Listen, Alan Lazard continues to show up. That's all I'm saying, man. Look. Here we go. Alan Lazard is showing up to play this year. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. All right? 3 catches, 48 yards, and a touchdown. All right. Got a short pass, shook a DB, and got into the end zone. All right. Look, Alan Lazard is doing his thing. I'm starting to trust. I need a couple more games, though. But I'm starting to trust that this Alan Lazard is who we thought we were getting from the Packers. Okay. That guy last year, his name was Ali Lazardo. Okay. That guy, I don't know how he got into the building. I don't know how he got past the security for the games. I have no clue. That guy, Ale Lazardo from last year, he's gone. All right, he's been sniffed out. They found out he was a fraud. Alan Lazard is now in the building. Okay, I guess he realized, hey, I was supposed to be a Jet. What am I doing? You know, he got off his vacation and now he's here and he's playing pretty well for the Jets. We're going to be talking about that tonight. Mike Williams looked good as well. 3 catches, 34 yards. The tight end involvement was phenomenal. Okay, tight ends are in the game plan. What? That's crazy. The Jets have tight ends? I'm shocked. I'm stunned. The rest of the league knows what a tight end is, but I guess we don't. I guess we have some tight ends now. Listen, Conklin was doing work. 5 catches, 93 yards. They even got the ball to Ruckert as well. He got 2 catches for 15 yards. These third down plays was crazy, man. Conklin was moving the chains. There was a lot of plays, you know, from Aaron Rodgers getting outside the pocket and finding Tyler Conklin. You know, it was just wonderful to see things happen, okay? Wonderful to see things happen with these tight ends finally being utilized within the New York Jets offensive game plan, man. Garrett Wilson Also, made some plays as well. 5 catches, 33 yards, and a touchdown. Now, him and Aaron Rodgers' connection, we can see that it's still uploading. It's still getting better. There were some throws that were missed from Aaron Rodgers. There was a throw where Garrett Wilson was running down the sidelines, got open, and Aaron just missed him a little bit. There were some other throws throughout the game as well. But that's going to get settled down, okay? And as the season continues on and progresses, their connection is going to get, more together, all right? So I'm not really upset by some of the things that I saw out there because the Jets played so well. But, that connection, again, is still building, and Garrett Wilson is working, okay? He's out there handling his business. The running game was solid as well. Braylon Allen, 11 carries, 55 yards. Breece Hall had 16 carries, had 54 yards as well, and a touchdown. The team as a whole ran for 133 yards total, okay? We also had something really crappy happen. Morgan Moses suffered a knee injury. At this point, he's not going on IR. The Jets are not putting him on IR, so we dodged a bullet there. It looked really bad. We all thought it was worse than what has now been talked about. But Morgan Moses not going on IR, but he is going to miss a couple weeks with this knee injury. So they're going to continue to do things. I believe he's still taking some tests to really feel out the entirety of how long he's going to miss, but we know we're going to miss him for a couple weeks. So I wish him nothing but a speedy recovery, and I can't wait till we get him back. But in the meantime, we know that Olu Fasanu is going to be able to fill in that right tackle role, and he did just that when Morgan Moses left the game. The Jets' defense was phenomenal against the Patriots as well. Lots of blitzing. That's a change up from Sulla because generally the Jets don't blitz, but there was lots of blitzing, and they just completely destroyed Jacoby Brissett. The Jets' defense as a whole had 7 sacks. Will McDonald had 2 of them. Chuck Clark went off as well, a sack, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. He stripped Ramondre Stevenson, who everyone knows I'm terrified of that man. He only ran the ball for 6 times for 23 yards. Okay, we stopped him in his tracks. Jamin Sherwood and Quincy Williams were unbelievable, flying around, making plays constantly. We know that C.J. Mosley still dealing with that toe injury. He actually missed the Patriots game, sat down, and we'll see what happens going forward with the Broncos. But it's looking like he's probably going to miss this Broncos game as well with the toe injury. So the Jets linebacking core stepped up and played unbelievably well. They continue to do their things. Now, here's the deal. As much praise as I want to give the Jets, and I've given them a lot of praise so far, the penalties have got to stop for the Jets, man. They've got to stop. My goodness, okay? I'm talking horrific penalties, stupid stuff. The Jets had 8 penalties in the game against the Patriots and gave up 106 yards of penalty yardage. That's horrific. That's atrocious. You can't do that against, these upper echelon teams that we want to play in this league and we want to beat. You get into the playoffs and you give the Ravens 106 penalty yards, you're going to lose. You give the Chiefs, the Chargers, any of these top teams in the league 106 penalty yards, they're going to cook you. It's got to stop. So undisciplined. There was so many ridiculous things going on. Now, there was some bogus calls. There was a call on Conklin for holding that I thought was bogus. Sherwood got a helmet-to-helmet call that I thought was bogus. But John Simpson jumping on a man after a play is dead, what are you doing? You're a veteran in this league. Why are you doing that? That's stupid. He got a penalty for that. You got Irvin Charles, after a play is done, after a return, slaps a Patriots player right in front of like 2 or 3 referees, and they all threw a flag at the exact same time. Why are you doing that? Why? These are guys that have been in the league long enough to know to stop this nonsense. We've got to stop that. Also, plays were getting in late as well. All right, we're still getting plays in late throughout the third quarter, right? We're getting plays in late. The majority of the quarter, because we were blowing through timeouts, the majority of the third into the fourth quarter, we only had 1 timeout left for the rest of the game. If the game was close, that would have came back to bite us in the butt. We've got to stop that. We've got to stop it. All right? We got to clean that up. It was a great victory. It was dominant. We did so well, but we got to clean that up, okay? Now, going into the Jets against the Broncos, man, I'm excited. I want to see Sulla clean up those penalties against this upcoming, team against this upcoming game against the Broncos. The late calls have got to stop. I'm looking at the Jets defense to start this game, and I'm saying Mosley again. I think he's going to miss this game. He's doubtful out at this point to play against the Broncos. So I'm expecting Sherwood, Williams, Surratt. Those guys are going to step up and do their thing. The pass rush has got to get to Bo Nix. He's a guy that's mobile, man. He makes plays. He can run, okay? And he can move the chains. I think he's got like 11 first downs under his belt so far. I think he's ran for like 107 yards so far this year. Yeah, you cannot allow that to happen. You can't let him move the chains with his feet. So we've got to jack him up. Get to him early and often send blitzes. Will McDonald, this is your day. Continue on. So far in the last 2 games, Will McDonald has had 5 sacks. I need him to go in there and get another 3 against Bo Nix, or 3+. Have a field day against him. Their running game, I think, is a bit deceptive. Again, Nix is a guy that moves the chains. He can run as well. They also got a guy named Tyler Batty. He's a guy that can play. We got to watch him. We know that they're going to come out and try to run some power stuff at us because that's worked for so many other teams. The New York Jets need to stop the run this week against the Broncos. Okay, let's shore that up. And I'm also a little bit concerned about Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton, we play the Broncos, and he usually, gets his day against us, and we got to stop that. I think Sauce is going to be able to really, put the chains on him and shut him down. So after that, I'm not really concerned about any of their offensive weapons whatsoever. I'm really not. That's it, okay? You look at the Jets' offense. Of course, we know John Franklin Myers is on the Broncos side now. It'll be good to see him. I always like John Franklin Myers. But we've got to run, that 2-back set. I want to see Breece and Braylon really get their day, run the football hard and heavy at these guys. The offensive line, we know, again, Morgan Moses is going to be out, but he's not on IR. So, of course, Olu Fasanu is going to step into that role. I'm excited. I'm excited to see him. This is one of the reasons why I wanted him drafted, is because if anything were to happen, hey, he would be able to step in, with these tackles and along our offensive line that, have some injury concerns about them. And here we are, that insurance policy, we're getting to cash in, and he's going to be able to step in and handle business here. So, that's going to be the change there. But again, I'm fully confident in Olu Fasanu to step in and handle business. I want to see the tight ends continue to be involved in the offensive game plan. Garrett Wilson, I foresee that they're absolutely going to target him. But again, with Surtain, okay, Patrick Surtain II is a really good corner in this league. I'm going to see the battle between him and Garrett Wilson. But Mike Williams and Alan Lazard should absolutely have a day, especially Lazard. Especially Lazard, okay? And again, I'm starting to feel more and more trust in Alan Lazard. That's what I and we'll be talking about that tonight, but I'm starting to feel more and more trust for Alan Lazard. And if I'm telling you, he has such an opportunity to really go off in a football game. I think Alan Lazard is going to have a day because, again, Surtain is going to be battling with Garrett Wilson, and I just don't think that any of their other corners or safeties are going to be able to handle what the Jets are bringing in a receiving game. Especially, again, Mike Williams missed to go up and get it, and we know that he's been in the AFC West as well. He knows the Broncos like the back of his hand, so he's going to be able to definitely get some input to this upcoming game against the Broncos. And again, our tight ends should be able to really have a day. So I'm taking the Jets to beat the Broncos 24-10. 24-10, I am taking the Jets to beat the Broncos in this upcoming game, and we'll be talking about that. Also, very, very quickly, Aaron Rodgers, man. There was a lot of hate for Aaron Rodgers, as we know. A lot of people saying a lot of things this past offseason. And he sounded off recently on the Pat McAfee show and spoke about, some of the criticisms that he's had. And I want you guys to quickly hear about what he had to say. Here's Aaron Rodgers on a lot of the articles that were written in the offseason questioning him as a leader.
Rodgers goes on McAfee yesterday, as he does every Tuesday. And it is so great to see Rodgers having this kind of attitude for the team you root for. So there was all these questions about Jets culture. Listen to Aaron Rodgers on that yesterday.
I think you realize how ridiculous some of these off-season storylines can be. Is anybody talking about, minicamp anymore? Like, does anybody feel like, that's an important contributor in the season? The answer is no. We got a good thing going. There's a lot of belief right now. Winning is fun.
It has been fun so far. And then later in that same interview, he was responding to a quote from an article that was questioning the Jets culture, and Aaron went here.
I would say the culture is about the opposite of what that article said.
No.
I didn't read the article, but just reading that headline there, it sounds like it was written by Hassan Reddick's agent in a way that But former agent, I guess, possibly, in a way to try and disparage our great organization.
Woo! I mean, he said what he said, you know. I remember people going off about him missing mandatory mini camps just a few days, even though the guy had been in everything voluntary and everything else since he literally joined the New York Jets, and people were trying to bash him and talk about how he was ruining the New York Jets and he was taking everything over and everybody was finished and the Jets culture is trash and all these other things. And boy, has that been silenced now, hasn't it? Okay. And again, this is the same guy that came in and gave the New York Jets back $30+ million so that they continue to build around him. That narrative was always trash and garbage, and now the Jets are getting things together. They're moving along throughout the rest of this season. Again, we got more games coming up, but they've looked phenomenal these last 2 games, and they're just continuing to churn and burn. And I'm excited. And the shot of Hassan Riddick was cool. I'm not gonna lie, it was cool. You know, it was cool to hear. All right. Shout at that agent. But again, we'll see what happens. We know that Hassan Riddick still has not officially signed anything with the New York Jets to this point, man. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens with him going forward. We're getting to the lines again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. I am taking all callers. Salutes and respect to everybody watching, listening to me, no matter where you're listening to me from. Please give the stream a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share the content as well on your social media across your social media with your friends and your family. Always appreciate everybody that does that. Also, if you want to give to the platform, Super Chat is at the top of the page right there, and Cash App is at the bottom of the screens, because some people just say, hey Joe, I want to give you some cash through the Cash App, and I want to thank y'all for that as well. That's at the bottom of the screen. Anything you give to the platform is greatly appreciated. We're going to get to everybody again. Salute to all the savages. Continue to put your thoughts and your takes in the chat. I will come to y'all in between calls, but again, I am one man, so just be patient. We get to everybody. We're getting to these lines again. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. Again, new callers, please keep in mind the only thing I do not allow on my show is cursing. Don't call into my show cursing. I'll get you out of here fast. I'm talking fast. Faster than we can beat the Patriots on Thursday night. That's fast. Whew. Faster than Aaron Rodgers can take a shot at Hassan Riddick. Oh, that was fast, baby. Faster than Jamal Adams can miss a tackle. Have y'all seen him recently? That boy's trash. Oh, that's fast. Woo! That's fast, baby. We get into these lines again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. When you call in, be patient. We will get to everybody. First caller I'm coming to, my guy, Brick City. We're going to Brick City. JJ Val, new callers. We'll get to you in a second. Be patient. We get into everybody. But I got to go to Brick City. I know he's got some takes for us. Brick City, salutes and respect. For those of you that do not know this man, Brick City, he's a savage. Savage! Brick, salutes to you, man. Jets completely destroy the Patriots 24-3 on Thursday night. What were your thoughts about this victory, man?
Oh, man. Did not call it. I was close, wasn't I?
Yeah, you said it. You said it, man.
Yeah, I was like 27. I said 27-17, but I was off. Mm-hmm. But I just want to put, I told my bro I was going to do this to him. I got to put another Patriot, another person on blast. I got to put him on a T-shirt. My brother, Kakia Fuller.
Oh.
Brother.
Said his
Those
whole
Patriots
name.
of yours
his
are
whole
trash. Basuda. Whole government. We out here. I told him what we're going to do it. Kakia Fuller. Brother. Welcome to the basement of the AFC East.
Ooh.
Don't you ever in your life be named the name of Aaron Rodgers ever again. Ooh. Don't you ever fix your lips to talk about my New York Jets like that.
Ooh.
The time is over. The monkey is off our back.
Ooh.
Now it's your turn now to
What?
suffer. We suffer for a quarter century with you cheaters and pumpkin eaters because we got to keep it PG.
Yes, please do.
Got to keep it PG.
Please do.
So you cheaters and pumpkin eaters.
Okay.
I think that's good. That's good enough to say. You cheaters and pumpkin eaters.
Yes.
It's time, man. You know you must be eating that clam chowder up there, brother. We don't eat clam chowder over here. We from Jersey, New York, Connecticut, the tri-state. We all over the world. You know, my brother Long Beach from Cali. Shout out to the West Coast.
Yeah.
You know, I got family out there. Kia, come on, bro. Stop.
Put his whole. You know what?
It's over.
In honor of you, Brick City, Takia.
Bury him.
Takia, listen, you're flushed, man. I gotta flush you.
Done up.
Now moving forward,
I'm glad
Brick
I
City,
got that out the way.
Yeah, moving forward, Brick City, you handled your business right there. Jets beat the Patriots 24-3. What were your thoughts about the victory, man?
Oh man, it goes to show what a healthy offensive line for the most part and a competent quarterback can do wonders. Can do wonders. I said last week. I said at the end of the day, we going to have to punch him in the mouth early. We did that on all phases of the game. Jet life was rocking as it should be, and it's a good victory. Even though I feel like the offense, especially with the penalties, you spoke about that in your opening monologue. The penalties got to stop, because if we want to win the championship, we can't do that against the Baltimore Ravens, the Steelers, Kansas City, Buffalo, even, you know, Miami. Even though Miami's trash, but even they still got a good defense. You can't make those type of mistakes. So I'm glad we won. It was a well victory. We haven't spanked these cheaters and pumpkin eaters at home in a very long time, so let's enjoy it. But moving forward to Denver, another team I despise since '98. Another group of cheaters and pumpkin eaters and very dirty like tactics. This Broncos team, they always been dirty to me. I don't like Shannon Sharp. He will like the logo of the Bronco himself, you know. But we like I said, this is a PG show. I ain't gonna say no more. But Sean Payton, you know, only thing I can say about Denver, they do have a stout defense. They have a good run defense. They have a good secondary. But we have Aaron Rodgers. We have a better defense, and we have better weapons than they do. Only thing that gives them the advantage is their secondary, I believe, is a little bit better than ours, especially in the safety game. Not the corners, but more safety. We have better safeties than we do. And due to Sean Payton being a former Super Bowl champion, even though I feel like he fell off, he's still a Super Bowl winning coach. He's still a good offensive-minded coach. So he's going to try to bring some trickery. That's what he do. He's very unorthodox, but when we going to bring that pressure, Bo Nix is going to see ghosts.
Okay.
You know, we're going to send that pressure, and if Zach Wilson knows what's good for him, he better sit on that bench.
Oh, he gonna be on that bench. The Bo's gonna be the starter.
Yeah, just stay with the clipboard, my dude. Grow that hair out.
My next question for you, Brick, really quickly is you talk about the Broncos game, and that's where I wanted to go with you. You know, we got that game coming up. We know that Morgan Moses is not going to be playing in that game due to the knee injury. Olu Fasanu is going to be out there starting at right tackle, for what we see for probably the next foreseeable couple of weeks. Are you concerned about Olu going out there and playing at right tackle? Are you confident that he'll be able to shore up that right tackle spot?
I'm confident he's going to. I'm confident and nervous at the same time, because this is the Denver Broncos. Due to the past 3 years of history, knock on wood, I'm not going to put it out there in the universe. But if you know, you know. But he played tremendous last week against a formidable opponent, so I think he can manage himself. I mean, he's a first round pick. I like the fact that he wants to become versatile. He's good at the left side. He wants to be dominant on the right side. That brings good stability. You should learn something from him, Mekhi Becton. And I think he's a great elite pass blocker. He's so smooth for his size, and he's starting to show that he's also picking up along his run blocking game too. It's just the penalties. He's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes, but he's got to clean that up. But I love the physicality. I love his size. I love his physical nature, because when the last time we had our offensive line getting somebody's face after a dirty hit, we haven't seen that in years. They didn't do it for Zach Wilson. I ain't see it for Sam Darnold. I think the last quarterback was either Fitzpatrick or Sanchez, and that's a long time ago. And we have some moxie. Let me just say that. Of an offensive line. The offensive line is matching the defense intensity. We haven't seen that since the Rex Ryan days, and I'm very, very happy. But I'm just nervous because of the injury history. That's the only thing that concerns me about this game. But
okay.
I got smashed in the Denver Broncos.
Give me your 3 keys to victory for the New York Jets, and then give me your final score prediction.
Keys to victory.
3 keys to victory.
Here we go. Stout defense, cut the penalties, and let Aaron Rodgers cook. And that's my keys to victory.
Okay. Give me your final score prediction. Who do you think wins? Who do you think loses? How do you think it ends up?
All right, here we go, Jet Nation. Here we go again. Jet Life. I need everybody from the East Coast to the West Coast, the Dirty South, wherever you are, overseas. I need y'all to rise up this Sunday. I need y'all to turn Jet Life Stadium into something that is so loud, Denver can't even get their calls on the field. We got to get hyped. We got to get ready. Because I don't like Denver. You shouldn't like Denver. They're a dirty team. But, I'm going to hold the line up. 34-17. Let's go Jets. Home victory, baby.
I want to thank you for calling in, Brick City. Next time I'm for sure, I want to hear from you, man. I want to hear from you.
It's always good to talk to you, man. God bless, brother.
Absolutely. Same to you. Listen, he's taking the Jets. We're going to keep getting to these lines again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. I am taking all callers. Again, when you call in, be patient. We'll get to everybody, okay? Salutes to JJ Savage in the chat. He says, I loved seeing Rodgers getting the tight ends involved, of course, against the Patriots. He also said we need more from Garrett Wilson. Okay, I respect that. Again, that whole, situation, that whole connection between them is going to continue to build, and going to continue to get stronger. It's just taking a little bit more time. JJ also goes on to say that Denver is coming off of a big upset win. Got to send them back to reality. That's a fact. I think they just beat the Bucs. Okay. So we gotta watch it. Again, a lot of Jets fans are saying, "Oh, we're just gonna." I want to be careful with this Broncos team, but we must go in early and take them out of the game early, and we gotta get after Nix. That guy's mobile, and he can cause some issues for us. We're gonna keep getting to these lines again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in next. We're going to JJ. JJ, we're coming directly to you, okay? Val, Justin, new callers as well. Hold on, but we're getting to JJ. For those of you that do not know, this man, JJ, boy, oh boy, he's a savage. Savage! JJ, salutes, man. Here we are after, we got a big victory against the Patriots. We stomped them 24-3 on Thursday night, handled business. We saw Aaron Rodgers go out there and do his thing. What are your thoughts about his performance against the Patriots?
Yeah, man, his performance, one thing that I was looking for from Rodgers was if he can move away from the pass rush, just scramble, be able to make the throws on the run, and it couldn't have been any better from that standpoint. The arm strength was there. It was great. I wasn't concerned about that, but I just wanted to see more so how he was on the move, and it was better than I could have prayed for. I mean, he was making throws all game on the run. I mean, looking like Michael Vick out there. All right, let's not go that far.
Yeah, I don't know about the Michael Vick, but he definitely listen. There was a lot of people. Yeah, all right, let's just slow it down. All right, slow it down, JJ. All right,
You're smoking crack.
Slow it down.
Okay, stop. All right, you're smoking crack. Let's just slow down. But I will tell you, he was getting outside the pocket. Definitely throwing the football. I remember there was a lot of people that were saying that, him coming back, oh, he's not going to be able to do this. Oh, he's old. He's going to be stiff. He's not going to. No, he was, like you said as well, Jay. You made a great point. He was moving around, outside that pocket, extending plays and being able to get the ball down the field. And one of the things that we saw as well, him extending the plays, getting outside the pocket, was he was finding the tight ends early and often. Conklin led the Jets in receiving in that game. He had 93 yards. Like, it was crazy because, again, as Jets fans, we talk about the lack of utilization of tight ends within our offense. And here we see against the Patriots where the Jets were coming out in these big sets and the Patriots can deal with it. And I want to get your thoughts on that. What are your thoughts about Nathaniel Hackett putting things together, putting packages together, putting those tight ends out on the field and allowing them to do work?
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Rodgers, for his career, he's kind of been a quarterback that kind of underutilizes the tight ends. But I love seeing, Conklin get involved, and even Ruckert, I believe, had a couple grabs. I mean, sharing the wealth, right? I loved it. Conklin was looking quick out there.
Mm-hmm.
He was looking fast, and I loved it, man.
Yeah,
I think it's key, man. You gotta get these big boys involved, get the tight ends involved. Not only when you get the tight ends involved, that not only are they catching passes, but it just pumps them up. It probably is going to make them better blocking wise, and it just gets their tempo going. And I love to see it, man. Conklin just a huge game.
Now going over to the Jets defense, man. C.J. Mosley, was dealing with that toe injury. He missed the game. What are your thoughts about what you saw from the Jets linebackers? Quincy Williams and our backers, they were flying around. Sherwood was flying around. It was crazy making plays. What are your thoughts about what you saw from them, man?
I can't agree more with you, brother. I mean, Quincy Williams and Sherwood, they were flying, man. They're all over the place. In the run game, my main worry was Stevenson. And let's be honest. He was a non-factor.
Non-factor. Facts.
Those are non-factor from the jump, and those two were a big part of the reason why he was a non-factor.
Mm-hmm.
They were just incredible. I don't even know what else to say, but they couldn't have been better, man.
Yeah,
just big time performance.
Now
flying all over the field, as you said.
Yeah, now going into this Broncos game, man, because there's a lot of things moving and shaking here. We got them upcoming. We know, Bo Nix, he's a guy that can move. He can move with his feet and really get outside the pocket. I think it's important for the Jets to get some pass rush on him. We've seen Will McDonald have 5 sacks within the last 2 weeks, man. What are your expectations for Will McDonald in this upcoming game? Do you think he'll be able to get to Bo Nix? And if so, how many sacks do you think he'll have?
I do. I'm gonna say he gets 1.5 sacks.
Okay.
Versus Denver.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he'll have another good game. Like you said, Nix, I always get concerned about the quarterbacks that can move a bit, and like you said it well. He can move. He's pretty athletic. And the Broncos, they kind of remind me of the Pats. They have a very nice defense, a very, very solid defense, but their offense a little shaky on the outside in terms of weapons.
Yeah.
So I'm looking. So to me, I would just follow the same game. The same game plan as the Pats.
Okay.
I think. Nix can move a little more than Brissett, but Brissett's not a stiff back there. But I would just listen. To me, I would just make Bo Nix beat me.
Yeah.
I don't believe in their weapons on the outside. Sutton he's solid, but I think if you put Sauce on him, I think we'll be okay out there. So I would just try and just shut down the running game, and like you said, be careful with Nix on the run.
Yeah.
Kind of have a spy out there. Quincy's pretty athletic, so is Sherwood. So I think I would use one of them as a spy. Make sure Bo Nix doesn't go get those big runs.
Yeah, listen.
I think we're in good shape, man.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal analysis and breakdown of the game. Give me your final score prediction, JJ. How do you think it ends up? Who do you think you wins? Who do you think loses? How do you think this game turns out, man?
Yeah, I'm going Jets 24 and Denver 9. I'm going 2 straight weeks without us giving up a touchdown.
All
Another
right.
big dub.
Let's go. You took the Jets. Listen,
yes,
JJ,
sir.
I got to slide off. I got other callers. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, all right?
Appreciate you, brother. Yes,
Absolutely. Sir. Let's go. Go Jets. We're going to keep getting to these lines. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in, okay? We just lost Val. Val, come on back. We're going to go to Val in just a second, but we're going to go to the Savages in the chat really quickly. Junior Rudy salutes and respects him. Savage says that he believes that Conklin will have a big game against the Broncos. He also went on to say that even in wins, the media will always find a way to spin a same old Jets narrative. He went on to say as well that Joe Beningo has always said that there's people in the Jets beat that want the Jets to lose. It's actually garbage. Yeah, listen, there's a lot of people talking crazy, man. A lot of people talking crazy, or were talking crazy about the New York Jets during the offseason, particularly about Aaron Rodgers. I remember it. I remember a lot of people saying that he was a bad leader and the Jets were going to fall apart and the Jets culture was trash and all these things that they had to say. And then look at us now. We had a rough start against the San Francisco 49ers. Defense was struggling a bit, right? But we were able to turn some things around. Got a win against the Titans. It wasn't the prettiest, but we handled business. And then we go in there against the Patriots on a short week, come in and handle the business. And we know the history with us and the Patriots, even though things have changed over there. And guess what? We smacked them around live on Thursday night in front of the entire nation, baby. And now we got the Broncos upcoming, okay? And we're going to have to handle business against them. We're going to keep getting to these lines. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. Next! I'm going to Justin. Justin, I'm coming directly to you. I know Justin has some takes for us. Justin, salutes and respect to you. It's always good to speak to you on my platform here. Listen, man, Jets stomped the Patriots 24-3. Man, what a win. So many things moving and shaking, but one of the things that I was impressed by was the Jets' utilization of the tight ends against the Patriots. What were your thoughts about that, man?
I just had a quick question for you. Where are the Brock Bauer fans at? I can't find them. I think they're in the basement with the Patriots. I can't find them. Hello, what have I been saying? All these people, Conklin's not good. We need a first-round tight end. Conklin's not good. 500 whatever yards he had last year. Oh, that's not good enough. We need to draft a tight end in the first round. Well, guess what? Go underneath the basement because Tyler Conklin is cooking, and I think he's going to have another good game versus the depleted Denver Broncos linebacker core.
Ooh.
I mean, they just signed 2 linebackers, Quan Alexander and the other guy, I forget, drawing a blank right now. I mean, to be honest, I'm not really here to talk about the Patriots. I said it all along. I expected a win versus the Patriots. I'm already on to Denver. I mean, I'm expecting another win. I don't care what people say, blah, blah, blah. It's a trap game, all that nonsense. Oh, it's a trap game. No, it's not a trap game. Good teams find a way to beat bad teams.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting a blowout. I think that's a little premature. I mean, their defense is okay, but, I'm just expecting another win on Sunday.
Okay.
And guess what? Olu's playing Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
The people that say, we should have went weapon. Oh, my God. Well, guess what? They could high, too, because guess what? Olu's starting on the right side, and I'm expecting him to be fine, to be honest. I'm not worried a lick. Yeah. I think we get to 3-1 Sunday. I just got my tickets. To be honest with you, I'm ready for the big boys. We got the test of the Vikings, Buffalo, and the Patriots.
Okay. Hold on. And I hear you, Justin. Okay, listen, I hear you, but let's slow down just a little bit again, like you talked about as well. Alex Singleton, the Broncos linebacker, he's gone on IR. That was their leading tackler. He was a great linebacker for them. But again, he's not going to be playing against us. And like you said as well, they signed some linebackers back as well. And talking about this Broncos game, now I hear what you're saying. You're expecting a victory. But I'm looking at them and I'm saying this is not going to be some, small task. I think that this Broncos team is a solid team. Listen. Listen. You got to take every team seriously, and this is a team that has some talent on it, and they're going to show up. And one of those players, hold on, Justin. One of those players is Bo Nix. This is a guy that can move. We've seen him make some plays before as well. Okay. He'll get outside the pocket. He'll definitely run and get some first downs, but he can also throw the ball. What are your thoughts about the Jets pass rush? Do you think they'll be able to get it Bo Nix early and often? They're coming off of a 7-sack game. Are you expecting another 7-sack game?
I mean, this Bo Nix love affair because he had one good game as a rookie. I'm not worried about no Bo Nix. I mean, yeah, guess what? Yeah, I'm going to call another person out because I've been telling you people to relax on it. Yeah, sure, where are the Will McDonald haters at now? Oh, I can't find them either. Oh, yeah. No, the pass rush is fine, and we got a plethora of guys that are just hungry. I can't find the Will McDonald haters anywhere. Can you find them?
No.
Because if you do, send them my way. I can't find them. There's a search warrant going out for all the people that said Will McDonald was a bust, this, that, and the other. By the way, the guy's number 2 in sacks in the league. I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't expect that type of production. But with JJ going out, now my expectations change. I'm going to say it loud and clear. There's no reason why this guy, Will McDonald, can't get at least 10 sacks this year, period.
Okay. No, listen, we'll see as the season continues on. He's already got 5 at this point. A lot of things moving and shaking with him. Now, as we continue to talk about,
can we give another shout out too?
Go ahead, Justin.
Another shout out to another shout out to the guy that everyone likes to point out when he makes a little mistake. Shout out to Tony Adams for locking down the secondary. We like to talk about these guys when, they make one bad play, this, that, and the other, but, they don't like to give any flowers when these guys are producing. So, you know what? Shout out to Tony Adams. I think he had a good game versus the Patriots, so he deserves a shout out. And what about my guy that I've been telling you since minicamp, not training camp, minicamp, Jamie Sherwood? Hello.
Jamie
Sherwood, the guy is flying around the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're going to need Mosley later on in the season. I don't think he's going to play Sunday versus Denver. That's cool, rest up, but
yeah, he's not. I don't think he's going to play either. He's still dealing with that toe injury, and I think that they're going to sit him and rest him until he's fully healthy and ready.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, give me your 3 keys to victory for the Jets against the Broncos.
Just getting the lead early, because when we get the lead early, you pin your ears back. I thought people were crying. Like the last caller said, "Oh, I was worried about Stevenson." Worried about Stevenson? We had the lead, and no one even knew who Stevenson was. So as long as we get out to a quick start, I think we're straight. Like,
listen,
I think the pass rush can pin their ears back. The offense can do their thing, and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
So a quick start, work across the middle without their depleted linebackers. These guys, Quan or whoever is elevated for the game, we'll see tomorrow. Work that middle of the field. And for all these, I got another shout out. For all these people crying about Garrett Wilson, well, guess what? Yeah, because these people are crying about Garrett Wilson not getting the ball. I mean, do these people like to win? I mean, Garrett Wilson is, defense are keying in on him so other people can eat. Yep. So let's pipe down about this Garrett Wilson stuff because he's going to be fine. And I'm not worried about Garrett. When he gets the chemistry with Aaron, he'll start to cook and have bigger games. Until then, let's just keep winning. I mean, what are we complaining about in this fan base?
However it gets done, again, Aaron Rodgers hit 8 different targets in that game. They're spreading the ball around phenomenal. I don't agree with you that Ramondre Stevenson take. I will tell you, and I'll defend that caller. Ramondre Stevenson has cooked us in the past. I was concerned about him as well going into this game, but the Jets defense locked us down.
He had less than, didn't he have less than 80 yards?
Not in this game. In the past. Do you know what the past means? You know the definition of that word? Ramondre Stevenson in the past has cooked us. So going into this game,
you live in the past.
Going into this game, he had every right, just like I had every right to be concerned about Ramondre Stevenson. Give me your final score prediction. Jets, Broncos, who do you think wins? Who do you think loses? How do you think it ends up?
I mean, I was pretty spot on so far with the Tennessee game. Knew that game was going to be close. I think we're going to be able to score points. 27-17, Jets win.
Okay, 27-17, taking Jets. Yeah. Listen, Justin, great call from you. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, all right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Listen, Justin calling in with some takes. We'll keep getting to these lines again. 515-602-9639. Val, you're coming up next. All right. Salutes. Broncos fan for life. All right. In the chat says, my Broncos have talent, but the Jets are a better team. Okay. I respect that. Again, we welcome all fans of all teams on this platform, but we do bleed green here, and I respect that. I respect that comment. I think the Broncos are a solid team. We got to keep our eyes on them. All right? Don't get too carried away. Don't get too high on the horse there. I'm telling people right now. All right? We saw it against the Titans, right? Everybody's like, oh, the Jets are a better team. They should go in there against it. And early, the Titans were cooking, okay? The Titans were cooking early, and the Jets were able to claw and get themselves back into that game and get an ugly victory. But we're coming off of a great victory against the Patriots, who came out and smashed them, and we'll see that our engines are really revving at this point. Salutes to JD as well in the chat. JD says, we need to blitz this rookie and make him try to make quick decisions. He's taking the Jets against the Broncos, 28-10 Jets. That's what he's saying. Okay. All right. Salutes to B. Strickland. I see you in the building. He says, last caller, Buddy's got me crying with the voice. Yeah, Justin was calling people out left and right, man. He's calling people out. And he was giving a lot of shout-outs, man. A lot of shout-outs. Caden P., I see you in the building. Caden says, let's get the run game going with Brees against Denver. I want to see better run blocking. All right. Again, we got Morgan Moses is out. We know he's dealing with that knee injury. Olu Fasanu will be starting at right tackle against the Denver Broncos. So we're going to see what's happening. We're going to get back to these lines again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639 is the number. Call in. Again, please give the stream a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Also, share the content across your social media with your friends and your family. Super chat there if you want to give to the platform. Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. Again, the number to call in is 515-602-9639. Next caller, I'm going to is Val. All right, we're going to Val. We already know what time it is. The circus has started, okay? Dun, 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 dun. For those of you that do not know, Val, he's a savage, man. Savage! Dun, 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 dun. Here we are. All right. Listen, Val, salutes. Always good to speak to you. Jets have just destroyed the Patriots on Thursday night. Smacked them around.
They did what? Oh, man.
We saw Aaron Rodgers.
I would have heard those words.
Yeah, we saw Aaron Rodgers go crazy, right? Had a great game. Threw for 281 yards, had 2 touchdowns. What are your thoughts about what you saw from him in this game against the Patriots, man?
Man, oh, man. I just, you know what, Joe? I feel like, and salute to all the savages. Salute to Joe. Salute to the channel. Everybody hitting like, subscribe to Joe. But listen, man, I seen it just feels like I'm getting teased, man, because we've been searching for this quarterback type of play for years on top of years.
Yep.
And the way how he was just controlling the game, the way how he was getting everybody involved and utilizing every single weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't even just, he just looking at one person. Like, he had multiple options. Mm-hmm. We actually utilized the tight end. I mean, when was the last time you ever seen us utilize the tight end position?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, it was so much beautiful. And then he had to, and on top of that, I didn't hear a lot of people say this. He's actually running. He was running a lot more fluently this time. We was kind of worried about it in the Titans game that he wasn't really moving. He looked like he was a little bit more stiff, like a little bit more older. But this was basically like the Aaron Rodgers that, from Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
This is Green Bay type of Aaron Rodgers right here. So he's definitely looking like he still got a whole bunch of game. Not a whole bunch of game left, but he still – no, I'm going to say, yeah, he definitely looked like he still have a lot of game left and stuff like that. So he definitely did a lot of things. And Alan Lazard, man, I'm just like, I'm shocked. I'm like, is this the guy that
where was this last year?
Yeah, I'm right there
the
with
man
you.
was dropping balls left and right, man. It's just like, I don't know if he's actually taking it more serious that Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback now, or is a little bit more accurate passes and stuff. But he looks like he's a lot more motivated. Like, he looks like he's very in tune, and it looks like he has way more chemistry than he does with Garrett Wilson. But just like the last caller said, that's gonna come in time and stuff. So we just gotta wait to see that, But listen, if everything is flowing, don't kill it. Let it keep going. Garrett Wilson, listen, as much he's passing it off to other people, you're going to get wide open, and he made sure you got the touchdown. I knew he was going to get that touchdown pass. That was a beautiful pass to Garrett Wilson and a beautiful catch by Garrett Wilson. He had to do a lot to even get that touchdown. So that's how you know he has a lot of body control with catching the ball, and, he's very versatile when it comes to that, and that's what makes him a very special wide receiver, especially coming in the future as well, too. He's going to be very elite.
Yeah.
He's going to definitely be top 3.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's a fact. What are your thoughts about what you saw from the two backs, Braylon and Brees? Those guys did some work as well. Man, Braylon Allen, he is just so violent with the ball. It's insane. There was a play where there was a linebacker – there was a hole that opened up, and he was coming to run through, and a linebacker kind of filled the hole. He ran straight through the linebacker. And a play that could have been a loss, maybe a yard or 2 loss, it turned into a 3 to 4 yard gain. That guy runs with an unbelievable amount of power. We saw Breece Hall get the ball and spin into the end zone and get a touchdown. I mean, give me your thoughts about what you're seeing from these two backs and the work that they're putting in.
Joe, let me tell you something, man. Listen, as much as Joe Douglas annoys me, but he just comes through sometimes, man. And he was just like in the draft, we just like, why do we keep going back and trading back? Then we get 2 running backs, and I'm just like, we have running backs. Like, we had to worry about other positions. But man, oh man, how did this kid drop to the 4th round? That's what I want to know. But Braylon Allen, man, let me tell you, man, this man is a truck, man. This is like an old school running back that could just truck his way to get to that first down and fight for yards. Talk about yak yards that we was expecting from Corley. This man, Braylon Allen, is really showing out, and he's only 20 years old. And this is the beauty of it. I can't even lie. He's a rookie. He's on a good contract. We don't have to really worry about him until 4 or 5 years from now and stuff like that. So this is beautiful. And sometimes, I will say, Breece Hall, as great as he is, he does look like he's a little rusty in some parts, and I'm not going to disrespect Breece Hall at all.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, man, it just seems like they got a lot more reps than the starters because, they played in a lot in the preseason and stuff like that. So don't worry about Breece Hall. He's going to definitely get it going, and he did get it going in the Patriots game, and I'm for sure that he's going to show up again. But, man, we got a 2-headed monster back there, and that is exactly what we need to try to get to that big game in New Orleans, which is the Super Bowl. So I am happy about that.
Listen, speaking about, because there's a lot of people calling in talking about Super Bowl or bust year. A big part of that is the Jets defense. The Jets defense definitely showed up and showed out. Okay, like they were blitzing. They got all over Brissett. He had a long, long day. 7 sacks total. Will McDonald had 2 of those. A lot of the Will McDonald haters have been very quiet. What are your thoughts about what you've seen from Will McDonald these past 2 games, man, and what are your expectations for him going forward?
I mean, listen, like I said last week, man, all the pressure is on him, and he has to step up, and he's stepping up. He's not backing down from it. He's actually fighting. He's actually trying to get to trying to get to those sacks that we drafted him in the first round to do, to actually show up and be that impactful player and stuff like that. So, and he doesn't even have Jermaine Johnson on the other side now. So it's basically all on him right now.
Yep.
And all the other people and all the pieces that really we actually had a good preseason with a lot of these defensive linemen. So they're actually stepping up as well too. Now, is it going to be consistent that we don't have to call Hassan Reddick or try to trade or, we're probably going to still have to do that and stuff because, like I said, the end goal is to get to that championship, and it is a Super Bowl bust year, and we're going to have to address that. But so far, they are holding it down as much as they could, and we normally don't even have to blitz, but now we have to blitz. We got to do some blitz, switches and stuff like that to confuse the offense, which exactly what we did. So that was actually really good that we got to the quarterback, because these past 2 or 3 weeks has been really bad. Past 2 weeks has been getting really bad getting to the quarterback. And Clark finally, I feel like he's more like a box safety, because he was blitzing that quarterback and he made somebody fumble. And he made the running back fumble and stuff like that. So that was actually really great too to see that they adjusted.
Yeah. And even Sherwood and Quincy Williams are flying around as well without C.J. Mosley. We know he's dealing with that toe injury, man. They're flying around as well as making plays. We're seeing Sherwood, a guy that a lot of people had questions about, especially this offseason. I remember we did a show. There was people believing that he wouldn't even make the roster at one point, because they were like, there was a lot of things moving and shaking with him, and this was going to be the prove it or move on year for him and a lot of Jets fans' minds coming into this year. And he's shown up and showed out. Mosley out. He steps into that Mike linebacker role, and he's playing really, really well. What are your thoughts about him and what we've seen from him so far?
Man, listen, this man is stepping up. He's actually showing out. And, he's basically getting mentored by one of the best middle linebackers, even though I don't know why he gets a little bit disrespected. I don't know, like C.J. Mosley, like everybody's like trying to get rid of C.J. Mosley now. And this guy's been sacrificing, man. I can't even lie. I really like C.J. Mosley. And I don't want just people just to oh, yeah, we don't need him no more. He's getting older. But he has a lot of game left and stuff like that, and this guy is really good. But Sherwood has definitely stepped up. You could tell that he's definitely, taking full advantage of learning from C.J. Mosley, learning off this defensive staff, and learning off the defense and everything, man. And everybody's just looking like because the problem was these past 2 games was the sideline-to-sideline defense, and we're actually flying. And Quincy Williams, oh, my God.
He's crazy.
Wow. I can't believe the Jaguars gave him away.
Yep.
Yeah, he is crazy, man. I'm just so happy we got the Williams brothers going, because man, that was a huge pickup, and I'm glad we got him on the contract that we got him on, because he's gonna be a Pro Bowl for sure. Even though he made it, he made some type of thing where he was like one of the top linemen and stuff like that. But yeah, for sure. And I also got a little question too, man, because as much as I love Sauce Gardner, he is having a little down. Like I said, it's a lot of rust going on from our team. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a little rust going on, but for his standard, he's still playing really great.
He's playing.
He's still playing great.
Yeah, I think the Sauce is playing good.
Great, but
go ahead.
Yeah, he's playing good, but he's not playing. Oh, my bad. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I want to hear the rest of your take. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, he's playing good, but he's not playing to the status that he was playing from what was it, like 2 years ago, or this past year as well too. With the Ridley and stuff. But that was actually good coverage on Ridley. Ridley was just going off in that game, and I see why we was really trying to get Ridley this past off season and stuff like that. But I feel like it's just like, a lot of guys is going through a little rust and stuff like that. But this past game, they really stepped it up. And, I just feel like, I'm looking for that pick for, Sauce Gardner. So I'm definitely waiting for that so he could get that off his back, because, Sauce has a lot of haters.
Yeah,
when you start to win a lot, you got a lot of haters.
Man,
talking about he's overrated, which is ridiculous.
That's bro.
Yes.
It is insane. When Sauce, and I never really thought that a Jets player would have a lot of haters, but man, I've talked to people about Sauce, and they cannot stand Sauce Gardner. Like you said as well, there's a lot of people saying they're overrated, and it's only because he plays for the Jets, and it's like, bro, what are you talking about? Everyone knows. All of sports media hates the New York Jets. They dump on us every chance that they get. It doesn't matter. Like hell, Aaron Rodgers, the second that he put on a Jets uniform, people started calling him trash out of nowhere. Out of nowhere this past offseason. Man, he went from this guy's a Hall of Famer. He put on a Jets helmet. Oh, he's trash. It was like, what is going on out here? Speak on that, Sauce.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
It was wild.
Absolutely. I'm like, how are you gonna overrate this man, Sauce Gardner? Oh yeah, say he's from New York. I'm like that. He's playing for New York.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why they're hyping him up so much. I'm like, man, you must not know what the Jets have been through with the media. Like, we was a laughing stock. We was a joke of all jokes.
Facts.
We was the butt fumbles. Like, you know, we was getting demolished in the media. So that is definitely not the case at all. This man has balled out since he put on the Jets jersey. So I don't want to hear that. I'm just saying that he has a little rust going on right now, but he's definitely going to pick it up. And he picked it up this past game as well, too. You know, but, you know, I definitely want to see a lot more from the secondary as well, too, you know.
Yeah.
But they definitely did their thing. And Echoes, shout out to Echoes, too.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I don't think I really touched on it. Echoes saved us that last game. Because that interception was really good by Echoes and stuff like that. And that's to bounce around. But, yeah, I'm glad we still have him on the roster as well, too.
Yeah.
So I just want to give him his praise as well, too.
Yeah, and he has played well. And, again, when he was called to step up, he stepped up with DJ Reed, went down and missed that game. But even going back to the talk about being overrated because you're in New York, and we talk about how the media attacks us. I talked about it earlier in this show. Aaron Rodgers came out and talked about how, you know, you had haters literally writing articles about him ruining the New York Jets this past offseason because he missed a mandatory minicamp. There's been quarterbacks that have missed all training camp, and nobody said anything about it. They were fully healthy. I think Brady missed some training camp, and nobody cared. That's training camp. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. like it was a non-story.
The excuses that they always make.
Yeah, but
he
here,
has 7 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
so
here with the Jets, it's like it's you just get dumped on constantly, and it just blows me away. But as we continue to talk about the Jets and everything we got coming up this season, you know, we got the Broncos next, right? And my question for you, Val, is: do you think this is a game where you will see the New York Jets go out there, play the game, play it clean, and not be heavily penalized? Right? I'm looking at the Jets and I'm saying, we're a good team, right? We have what it takes to really take it to the next level. But good teams don't hurt themselves, right? Good teams, you look at the Chiefs, you look at they're not going to hurt themselves. They're going to take advantage of you hurting yourself. And the penalties, the late plays getting into the game as well, late calls offensively where we're blowing through timeout, that's where we're hurting ourselves. Do you think that this is the game coming up against the Broncos where we stop those shenanigans and put them to rest?
Absolutely, and this goes back to what I was saying about the little bit of rust that we're going through and stuff like that. We have a lot of situations, especially when it comes to delay of games. Too much of that, like especially us having a Hall of Fame Hall of Fame quarterback and stuff like that. I feel like we definitely have a lot of stuff that we have to clean up. I also feel like we have to get the penalties, and you even called it like before you took all the callers. Like we had some knucklehead penalties as well too. Like we was doing stuff in front of the referees and stuff, so that was actually bad as well too. But hopefully, I'm not going to say we're going to just like go in there and completely kill, because we still have a team that has to get together, and still the chemistry has to flow, even though we got our first blowout win, which I honestly, we should have, I'm not even going to lie to you, I really was hoping that we would have blew them out like 45-3 and stuff like that, because they deserve it, man. We got brutalized by the Patriots. But going into this game, I really I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. But going into this game, I'm definitely feeling like this game is going to be probably going back and forth a little bit. But I will say that we're gonna get it together. We got to deal with the quarterback running, because this man Bo Nix, he definitely runs the ball. He's not scared. He's not hesitant to run
at all.
He's going to actually use his feet if he has nobody. Yeah, I've seen that against the Seahawks.
Yep.
He's definitely going to use his legs. And boy, oh boy, I just can't wait to see how this is, because this is kind of like the first. We had a problem with, and this is also another thing. The run defense has to get better in the sideline to sideline. Even though it got cleaned up the last game, we have to be a little bit more consistent with that. I just feel like running backs and quarterbacks that can run is getting way too much yards for my liking and stuff, especially for a team that I feel like we need to be going to the Super Bowl. We definitely have to clean that up. So I definitely think I'm going to definitely watch out for that, and we just got to get the penalties together.
Yeah. How concerned are you about Olu's going to be starting at right tackle? Do you have faith that he'll be able to hold down that right tackle spot and protect Aaron Rodgers effectively?
Oh, man, oh man, isn't that pick getting a lot more sexier now? Because
Talk that
everybody
talk,
was
Val.
just like, why go for an offensive line?
Talk that talk, Val.
You was even getting heat from this as well too of going for an offensive tackle.
Yes, I
Everybody
was.
wanted Brock Bowers.
Yep.
Brock Bowers
The
can't play
Bowers
right
boys.
tackle, So yeah, exactly. So listen, that pick came into very handy, and now we still have protection. And Olu actually played really good in that game, and the running blocking, he actually played better, and that was his weakness right there as well too. So if he can continue doing what he's been doing, and like I said, he has a lot of mentors going into this season as well too. So he's up to speed on a lot of things, and he has a great coaching staff. Well, I'm not gonna say a great coaching staff, but he has a lot of great players that have a lot of knowledge that's been giving him a lot of knowledge. And he's been to the right side and he's been to the left side, so everything is going to be looking, normal for him. And he actually fit in very well. And Aaron Rodgers didn't look like he was running for his life. He actually looked like he was still comfortable back there. So I'm going to this game, and I'm hopefully looking for that to be the same thing as well, too.
Give me your 3 keys to victory for the New York Jets against the Broncos.
Absolutely. Number 1, penalties. We got to get that under control, and I'm going to keep saying that until we do that.
Yep.
Number 2, got to get the run-stop defense. Run-stop defense for sure. And number 3, we have to score on every drive. That's what I think. We got to take advantage.
Yeah.
And Joe.
Yeah.
This was actually a really good. I just feel so relieved that I don't have to watch a whole bunch of games with a whole bunch of punts. Like, we're actually moving the ball. Like, we're actually extending yards. You actually put in the chat, do you think we're going to score a touchdown? And the chat was 80-20 for yes, and 80 was for yes and 20 was for no.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've seen that since you kind of did this whole, live stream, man. So, a lot is turning, man.
Yeah. Listen, for those of y'all that are listening or catching this, catch the audio or iTunes or the playback, during our live game watch-alongs, which I do on this channel, I sit down with the Savages and we watch games together. As Val said, I put a poll in the chat and I ask, hey, do you think the Jets will score on this drive, offensively? And surprisingly, now we're getting 80-20. All right, like you said as well, 80% of the Savages will say yes, and only 20% will say no. And I will also say this as well: we have some Savages that are bullying others now into saying yes, they will score because they're so confident in the Jets' scoring ability now. So now sometimes we put those polls in the chat, and we'll get 100% of the Savages saying yes, we're going to score on this drive. It's amazing. This is different times, okay? I remember the days when it was, Zach Wilson or Bryce Petty or any of the other times where our offense would struggle, and people were not saying that. It was more like 90% no and only 10% yes, and now things have changed around because we have competent quarterback play. Val, give me your final score prediction. Jets, Broncos, who do you think wins? Who do you think loses? How do you think it ends up?
Let's go. All right. I'm going 27-14. 27-14. Jets win this game, and we get.
Continue on.
I'm just waiting for them to ball out in this game, and I hope we could get this win and make it look easy, because we're gonna definitely go into another game against the Vikings. I just want to get this win under our belts, because the Bills are still going, they're still winning games. So we still got to catch up to the Bills, because I want that number 1 spot. I'm definitely looking for that number 1 spot.
No, listen, I want to see the Jets come out and handle business as well. Listen, Val, this was a great call from you. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, all right?
Absolutely, man, and it's going to be very good to see Zach Wilson on our sideline, and hopefully he can get into the game so we can get a little bit more interceptions as well, too.
Have a good one, Val. Man, oh, man. Yeah, Zach was over there with the Broncos as well, okay? A lot of things moving and shaking. They said he's over there doing his thing. Last time I kind of tuned into the Broncos to see what was happening over there. He he's putting some things together over there. We'll see. Again, I have no ill will towards Zach Wilson. He's moved on and he's over there. Again, John Franklin Myers is over there with the Broncos as well, handling business to his way. So I wish them the best, but the Jets got to come in there, and I want to see us get that W. So it is what it is. There's also some roster moves as well that the Jets have made. We signed the New York Jets signed Jalen Mills to their practice squad. They also added Brandon Smith as well, and they released Jalen Key, that safety, from the practice squad. So Mr. Irrelevant, we moved on from him. So I wish him nothing but the best as well, but they just have to make some moves on their practice squad too. So with all this said, I'm going to give you my prediction again. I think, Olu Fasano in there at right tackle. I'm excited about seeing him get his first start this season out there as a young guy. I think he's going to be able to take care of business. He looked really good when he had to fill in. Again, they've prepared him phenomenally this past offseason, right? He was moved around from left to right and basically, again, put in a mode where, hey, you're the insurance policy. You're going to come out and you're going to be the starter if either of these guys go down. And we all know that Olu Fasanu is the future for the New York Jets at, that left tackle spot. We'll see as we continue to go forward. But again, he's a guy that can play both. So that's going to be exciting to see. Again, CJ Mosley's going to be missing this game too. It's looking like at this point because of the toe injury. So Sherwood, Quincy Williams, I have no issues at all. Like no thoughts about confidence issues whatsoever with the New York Jets and them handling business without CJ Mosley being there. Again, we got Chaz Surratt. We got so many guys that are going to be able to step up into that role as well. And again, a bright spot this year really has been Jamin Sherwood. We knew that Quincy Williams was phenomenal. Jamin Sherwood was the guy that we were all had questions about this offseason. I know a lot of Jets fans don't want to admit that now, but my show is recorded. Okay, it's recorded. All right, for those of y'all that don't know. Okay, so I can go back and listen to y'all. Those of you that are trying to deny it now, I can go back and listen to you say that you don't think he's going to make the roster. And we all had those questions about him as well. But he stepped up these last games. I'm not a guy saying that I want CJ Mosley pushed out the door at all. I'm not saying that. But Jamin Sherwood has really stepped up and played well at that Mike linebacker spot in Mosley's absence. So I think he's going to continue to do his thing there. Will McDonald, this is going to be a big game for him as well. Bo Nix is a guy that can get outside the pocket, really get rolling. He utilizes his leg. We've got to stop that. We've seen the Jets struggle with mobile quarterbacks in the past. All right, so he'll bring that ball down and really try to make something happen with his feet. We have to get to him and we have to corral to the football. Their running game, I think, is got something to it as well. If we can shut that down, they're going to come out and try to do the same thing that the Titans tried to do to us, the same thing we saw the Niners try to do to us. Like, they're going to come out and they're going to come out in that power and try to, run the ball straight at us, and we got to handle that well as well. We got to shut that down. Offensively, man, I want to see the same thing that we saw against the Patriots. I want to see the ball spread around, man. Let's get the ball to our tight ends. Let's utilize them. I think this is a game where Garrett Wilson, again, is going to be in that fight, man, with Surtain. That's a really good corner over there. Maybe the Jets stay away from Surtain in this game. I could foresee that happening because the matchup with Mike Williams and these corners, or the matchup with Lazard and these corners, is just going to be so robust, man. There's so much that's going to be there. Lazard and Mike Williams should go off in this game. They should go off, especially with the focus really being on Garrett Wilson. But again, with Surtain being out there, maybe you want to stay away from him, and maybe you want to go, at those other guys as well, because I think that Williams and Lazard are just going to have a day. I really, really believe that, and I think our tight ends are going to feast, and I think we're going to be able to run the football effectively. So again, I am taking the Jets to beat the Broncos 24-10. 24-10. I'm taking the Jets, man. So with that said, man, salutes and respect to all the Savages in the chat. Okay, JD salutes to you, Savage. He says the offense actually came out with a plan. Can't remember the last time they came out throwing 7 times in a row to start a game. He's talking about this last W, man. Absolutely, man. The Jets are handling business. Jets are coming out and they're looking different, all right? And they're going to do their thing, okay? Caden also says, let's get the run game going with Brees against Denver. I want to see better run blocking. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. So we're going to go ahead and close out the show. It's been phenomenal. Salutes to all the Savages in the chat, everybody that called in as well. It's a great show. Had a lot of fun. Listen, I am the man of the people. I'm here for the people. Let me shamelessly promote my Facebook page. Everyone go on Facebook, search The Long Beach Joe Show. Like that page. My content's up there. Go ahead and give it a listen. Message me. I'll message you right back. I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. Also, leave me some feedback. I love hearing about what you folks think I do here on The Long Beach Joe Show. All right? I do. I appreciate it. All right? Your boy's also on Twitter as well. Going over to Twitter, type in at The Long Beach Joe. At The Long Beach Joe on Twitter. Follow your boy. I'll follow you right back if you're going to troll me. There's no issue. I am the troll that lives under the bridge, and I will have my Vera Tucker jersey on at all times. At all times. Okay? He's dominating fools this year. He's dominating people, man. You know, I told y'all he was going to come back from the injury, and he's going to show people what time it is. And that's exactly what he's doing. You know what I mean? That's what we do at USC. Okay? That's how we handle business, for those of you that don't know. Okay? I don't know how you don't know. All right? We're doing what we need to do, and we're smacking people around. Okay? We're absolutely smacking people around. And we've been doing that for quite some time. We've been doing that for quite some time, baby. Okay? We handle business. We put players together. We put players together. We do whatever it takes. If you want a good football player, you go to USC. Okay? And you get a player from there, and you'll be all right, okay? Ask Utah State. See what we did to them. You know? Mind your business or get smacked up, all right? That's the Trojan way. Listen, fight on. Fight on, Trojan. Fight on, all right? So, yeah, you know, follow me. I'll follow you right back. Me and Vera Tucker trolling. All right, there's always people, okay? I'm on YouTube as well. Going over to YouTube, type in Long Beach Joe Jets, Long Beach Joe Jets on YouTube. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. If you want to troll me, get in those comments and troll me as well. All right? I love going back and forth, and we'll have a lot of fun. All right? Again, hit that notification bell, click all, so when I put my content out, you'll get it. And please share it across your social media with your friends and your family. All right? And as always, people, when you see me in person, okay, because you will see me, I'll be outside. I don't be hiding. All right? I'll be outside. I don't hide. All right? When you see me in person, it is arms out, chest open, free hugs for everyone. Free hugs for everyone. The hugs will cost you absolutely nothing. I want to thank you folks for taking the time out of your day to call in, to interact with your boys. Salutes to all the savages in the chat. Just any way that you interact with the show, whether you listen later on, whether you call in, whether you listen live, whether you get in the chat, any way that you do, I want to thank you for doing that. Without you folks, I am absolutely nothing. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to interact with your boy any way that you do. So until the next show, you folks have a good one. Go Jets. Peace. 1 second, folks. Pow. Okay, I should be back. All right. Listen, I want to thank you folks for listening. We got to get up out of here because my schedule's wild. Listen. Exclamation point links. All right. Is in the chat. That link tree that's in the chat, and it's also in the description of this video as well, has the links to all of my social media platforms. All right. Excuse me. Has the links to all of my social media platforms. All right. My social media. Please follow it across all of my social media platforms. I have it all on there, so please get involved with all of those things. It also has all of my YouTube pages on there. Get involved with all of those. Subscribe to all of those. I got more reactions coming. It's just my schedule's wild. I'm trying to get these reactions out, but things keep. So reactions coming. Go over to my reaction channel. We laugh at fools on the internet. I'll be having more content coming very soon. I apologize for my folks that want to see my reaction on different things. Also, if you want to see my reactions, please, you know, hit me up on social media. Say, hey, Joe, I want to see you react to this content. Give me the content and, you know, let me know about, you know, what you think about what I'm doing here on my reaction channel, on that reaction channel as well, excuse me. And I appreciate y'all that do that. Okay, so please get involved. Again, if you want to see me react to something, you can hit me in the comments of those videos, or, you know, you can hit me on social media and let me know that you want to see me react to something. We have a lot of fun laughing at fools on the internet, so please get involved with everything that I'm doing over there. All right. Again, for those of you that are new, we do this show year round. Year round, we do this show, and we have a lot of fun when Blog Talk works, because Blog Talk does suck. Salutes to Michael Piper in the chat as well. I see you. Savage. Yeah, when it works, it's great. Okay. This is the number to the show for the foreseeable future, as it is right there. when you call in, I can physically see you because I have a queue system. Hold on, and I'll get right to you, okay? For those of you that may not know, if I do not know you by name, I will call your area code out, okay? Please know what your area code is. I'll never say who did this, but there was a person that did not know what their area code was. They thought that I had blocked them or I was trying to not talk to them or have them on the show for whatever reason until we had a discussion. And we realized that that person didn't know what their area code was, and that's why they never picked up when I would say their area code, okay? And they just never would pick up, so I'd have to move on to the next caller. And they were very upset until they figured out, oh, crap, I don't know what my area code is. And so please don't be that person, all right? Please know what your area code is. And so when I call out your area code, you'll pick up and we can have that great discussion. I'm all about that. The only thing I don't allow to show is cursing. Don't call into my show cursing. I'll get you out of here fast, okay? I can't do that. This is YouTube, okay? This is YouTube, and YouTube's very sensitive, so I got to watch that, okay? YouTube is sensitive, so I must be sensitive as well because I love YouTube, okay? I love YouTube, and I don't want no problems with YouTube, okay? So, oh, Val says Blog Talk was on a summer vacation. It was Blog Talk is something else. But yeah, we have a lot of fun. Okay, so please enjoy yourselves. Again, this is the number to the show. My shows start at 7 p.m. Eastern. They are on different days because my schedule is wild. Okay, everyone that knows this channel and knows me and knows my content knows that my shows are on different days. But if you follow me across my social media, if you follow me across my YouTube, you will know when I'm going live because I put hours before I'm going live that I'm going live, okay? You will know that. Also, you get alerts from YouTube when you subscribe and hit the notification bell. So you'll be in the know, trust me. And so what happens is a lot of times, because people know I go live at 7 p.m., they'll call into this number right here at like 6:50, I think, okay? I think that's when the lines for the show open at 6:50, okay? I think that's when the lines open. I'm not sure. Some people have told me it opens before 6:50 p.m. Eastern. All right, cool. I'm not, I don't know for sure. Okay. Some people have literally told me, Joe, stop trying to tell people that because that's not when the show, that's not when the lines first open. It's earlier than that, bruh, but don't worry about it. We got it. That's literally what I was told by a person. Don't worry about that, bruh. We got this. Okay. And the reason why they told me that is because they call into the show early. I'm not telling you who's doing it, but generally it's Rusty and Val. I'm not telling you who's calling into the show early. Generally, it's Rusty and Val, okay? So what these people do is they call into the show early, and they wait. Again, y'all saw, I start the show. I talk for maybe 10 minutes, okay? We got a lot to cover. I'll try to speed through it, and then I get straight to the lines because I want to hear from the people. I want to hear from the callers. It is not illegal for you to do that. It's very legal. You can absolutely call into the show early because, again, I go down my queue, so these people want to get on early, and they want to, share their takes. And I welcome that, okay? I love that. I love the fact that people are excited and hyped to have a conversation with me and, let me know what they're thinking. And, we go back and forth with ideas. So I love that. I love that. It's not illegal. I just put it out there so everybody knows. You can call into the show early, and that will get you on the show earlier. But keep in mind, no matter when you call into the show, trust me, you will get on the show, okay? You will. You just have to be patient. Generally, I give my callers anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes to give us their take, okay? Again, we get packed with more calls. It's going to be a little bit shorter. I can't give everybody 30 minutes. I know that's what people want, but I cannot do that due to time constraints. The show is only 2 hours, okay? It's only 2 hours, all right? I'm sorry, but, it's only 2 hours, okay? So I have to, move through, but I get to everybody, okay? Just patiently, and we'll get to you, trust me, all right? So, yeah, we have a lot of fun. Please get involved with everything we do in here. We also do live watch-alongs as well on this channel. We watch a game together and talk about the game, and then we'll have a live radio show directly after the game as well to get everybody's thoughts, generally for games that are, during the day, okay? We watch the Thursday night game. Of course, we're not going to go live after the Thursday night game because it's like 12 o'clock where most people are, and, but we definitely have a show during like our regular Sunday night or Sunday games and stuff like that. And we have a lot of fun. on those shows. There's a lot of, especially if the Jets don't perform well. Whoa, it can get very anger filled. But the Jets are a good football team. Okay, we're a good football team, so things are going really well for us, and I'm excited. Outlaw says defamation of character. Skip this part of the show. This is not defamation of character. Blog Talk worked tonight effectively, so I have proof. Well, not tonight, but definitely if Blog Talk worked, I can go back and get proof. I can prove these things. Okay, I can prove these things. All right. If Blog Talk works effectively, I can prove these things. Okay, so it's not defamation of character. I have proof. All right. So so salutes and respect again to everybody, and I really enjoy doing this show. It's a lot of fun. All right. I like connecting with Jets fans. A lot of people ask me why I do this show. Recently, there was somebody, man, why do you do the show? There's so many people. They want to yell and scream. Listen, I love Jets fans. Okay, I'm a Jet fan myself. I'm just a fan. And I have a lot of fun connecting with everyone and having a good discussion. Okay, that's what I'm about. Oh, there's also people I'm not gonna say the person's name. They were talking about, I'm just afraid to call in. Everyone's so knowledgeable. Listen, I don't care if you've been a Jet fan for 2 minutes or 20 years. If you call in here, I want to hear your take about the team. Even if I don't agree, I'm going to give you, the floor to speak. And again, y'all here, I always give my callers the last word. I want to hear from you. All right. You come in here respectfully. Don't be cursing. You can yell, just don't go crazy and yell over me. But you can yell. People are passionate. Give us your take. Don't ever be afraid to call in here. Because you feel maybe you don't have the knowledge that other people have. Man, put that to the side. Call in and talk that talk with us. That's what this is all about. Outlaw says, are you going live for the game? No, I'm not going to be able, not my schedule. But again, there'll be games coming up that I'm definitely going to go live with y'all and have a lot of fun. But I'm not going to be able to do this one. Sorry, y'all. Well, schedule, man. Salutes to Outlaw. Always good to see you in the building as well. JD salutes. Caden salutes to you as well. Always good to see you in the building. Broncos fans, salutes. Always good to see you. B Strickland, always good to see you in here as well, man. JD, again, salutes and respect to you as well. All right, Todd, always good to see you in the building, Todd. Junio Rudy, salutes and respect to you. JJ, always good to see you. Dano, always good to see you as well, man. Okay, Michael Piper, salutes and respect to everybody, man, that called in, that's involved with the show, that interacts with your boy any way that you do, man. We have a lot of fun. Again, live game watch-alongs. We got a lot of content coming. Excuse me. A lot of content coming. We're going to be having we have a lot of fun, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Trust me. As things continue forward. All right. So, with that said, man. Oh, also when you call in, please make sure you have a good phone line. Okay. Phone line. I need to be able to hear you. Okay. If I cannot hear you because your phone line, you got a phone from a Home Depot dumpster, what can I do? Also, make sure your background is clear of noise, all right? Some people also call in from those headsets. Those things tend to echo. Get off those headsets, all right? I'll say, hey, correct your situation. I'll allow you to correct it. But if it continues, man, and I cannot hear you, I'll move on from you. Because if my audience can't hear you and I can't hear you, what can we do? We want to hear your takes. But if we can't hear you correctly, we're going to have to move on, okay? So yeah, that's what the show is all about, and we have a lot of fun over here. All right, a lot of fun. People call me from their jobs on the jackhammer. Put the jackhammer down, go down the street, and talk to your boy, man. I love that people call me, when they on their breaks at work and they want to talk that talk. But man, that background noise and crazy stuff going on, I cannot have that. But we have a lot of fun, and we sit down and we talk that talk on this show. So please get involved with everything that I'm doing. And again, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. When you subscribe, please hit that notification bell as well. And again, please hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up, and share the content across your social media with your friends and your family. All right. So I got to get out of here. Listen, folks, be safe. All right. Be safe. There's a lot of crazy things going on in this world. I need y'all to be safe. Okay. Because it's getting wild. All right. Sit down with your friends and your family. Eat some good food. Make some good meals. Man. Watch some good TV and enjoy those times with the people that you love the most, okay? Enjoy those times with them, all right? It's extremely important because you never know, man. Let the people that you love know that you love them. All right? Because you never know what can happen, man. You really never know what can happen. All right? Like, there's a lot of things moving and shaking right now. You never know what can happen. Okay? So let them people know. All right? It's something that's important to me in my life. Hope it's important to you and yours. So until the next show, man, you folks have a good one. Peace.